Think about the symbolism of a circular room.
Okay, I'll bite what's so symbolic about a circular room.
Well, circles often represent cycles and, like, the interconnectedness of things.
Yeah.
In this case, I think the circular room could symbolize Skylar being trapped in, like, a repeating pattern.
Hmm.
Or maybe it highlights how interconnected this miniature world is with, like, her own reality.
Yeah.
It's almost as if the boundaries between those worlds are blurring.
Ooh, that's a good point. It's definitely not just a random detail, especially in a story that plays so much with ideas of reality and perception.
Right. And from this point on, Skylar is on this quest to understand this world, find her cousin, and hopefully escape.
Mhm.
But the story doesn't make it easy for her. It throws all sorts of curveballs, starting with the fact that this miniature world is not as uninhabited as it first appeared.
Yeah, she and Sam find this abandoned village,
Right.
but it's clear something's not right. I mean, deserted villages are creepy enough on their own, but there's something particularly eerie about this one.
It's like the village is holding its breath, waiting for something to happen.
Yeah.
And looming over everything is this massive castle. Remember when we talked about the tool?
Uh,
This artifact capable of creating worlds?
right.
The story heavily implies that it's hidden within that castle.
So it's a race against time, right?
Yeah.
Skylar needs to find her cousin, figure out what this tool's all about, and hopefully escape this crazy world. But the castle is more than just a destination. It's a symbol, too, right?
Absolutely. Castles often symbolize power secrets, hidden truths. In many stories, they represent the challenges and trials one must face to attain knowledge or achieve a goal. I think that's what's happening here, too. This castle represents the heart of the mystery, the place where Skylar might finally get some answers.
Okay, so they set off towards the castle, and well, I don't want to spoil everything, but let's just say things get even weirder. Like
Yeah.
Sam ends up falling out of a window.
Oh, no.
I mean, pushed, as it turns out.
Oh, gosh.
I know.
That's the thing about this story. Just when you think you've got a handle on things, it throws you another curveball.
Totally.
And that incident with Sam and the window, that's when Skylar's taken to the tower where she meets John.
Oh, yeah, the tower's keeper. This guy was something else. Talk about strange bedfellows, or in this case, tower mates.
He's described as ancient, almost senile, but with these moments of startling lucidity.
Right.
And he casually mentions that he pushed Sam out of the window.
Wait, he just admitted to murder? Just like that?
Yep. And his reaction to it is chilling. No remorse, no guilt, just a matter-of-fact statement. It really makes you question what kind of person John is and what his role is in this whole twisted game.
It's like he's so detached from the consequences of his actions, like he exists outside of the normal rules of morality.
Exactly. And that encounter with John is really just the tip of the iceberg. As Skylar delves deeper into this miniature world, she uncovers more secrets, more dangers, and ultimately more about herself than she ever expected.
And speaking of uncovering things, this is where she discovers that her sister Rachel is also trapped in this world.
Yes. And this is where the forest comes into play.
Yeah.
It's not just a backdrop in this story. It's practically a character in itself.
Right.
This sentient entity that can lure people in, trap them, and even, well, let's just say it does some pre-messed up things to those who wander too far.
Oh, yeah, the whole human-animal hybrid thing is just wrong. It's
Yeah.
like the forest is taking pieces of people and twisting them into something monstrous.
It plays on our primal fears of the unknown, the wildness of nature, the loss of our own humanity.
Yeah.
And it's within this nightmarish forest that Skylar encounters Virgil Shanks. He's the mayor of that deserted village we talked about earlier. And let's just say he's got his own secrets, and he's not exactly on Skylar's side.
Ooh, this Virgil guy sounds interesting. What's his deal?
We don't want to spoil too much, but let's just say he's got a complicated relationship with the forest, with the castle, and perhaps even with the tool itself.
This is getting good. So we've got this mysterious tool, a sentient forest, a senile murderer in a tower, and a creepy mayor who's probably up to no good. What's next?
Well, remember, Skylar's main goal is to find her cousin and escape. But her journey becomes about so much more than that. It's about understanding the nature of this world, confronting the darkness within it, and ultimately making a choice about what kind of world she wants to live in.
Okay, so no pressure, Skylar. But seriously, this is where things get really intense. We've got sibling reunions, daring escapes, and a confrontation with forces that are beyond human comprehension.
Yeah.
So stay tuned, because next we'll explore the climax of the story and what it all means.
And we'll tackle that big question. Is humanity ready for the power of creation?